far-left federal district court Judge Tanya Chutkan set Trump's trial date for March 4, 2024, which is the day before the important Republican primary elections on Super Tuesday. In a major announcement, former President Donald Trump vows to appeal the judge's decision. 15 states will vote on March 5, including the most populous states of California and Texas. Trump said, deranged Jack Smith and his team of thugs, who were caught going to the White House just prior to indicting the 45th President of the United States, an absolute no-no, have been working on this witch hunt for almost 3 years, but decided to bring it smack in the middle of crooked Joe Biden's political opponent's campaign against him. Poll: who should win the presidency in 2024? Vote: election interference. Today a biased, Trump-hating judge gave me only a 2-month extension, just what our corrupt government wanted, Super Tuesday. I will appeal. There has been significant criticism of U.S. District Judge Tanya S. Chutkan, who has been assigned to the case. Known as a very liberal judge, former President Barack Obama appointed both Chutkan and her husband, Peter Krauthamer, to highly sought-after judgeships in Washington, D.C. The controversial judge has deep family ties to some of the most influential Marxists in Jamaica. In 1962, Chutkan's grandfather, Frank Hill, and great-uncle, Ken Hill, played a key role in founding Jamaica's Marxist group called the People's National Party. In recent years, Chutkan has been using her power to hand out harsh sentences to January 6 defendants. She is known for punishing Trump supporters more severely than her peers on the federal bench. During the sentencing of a January 6 defendant, Chutkan complained to the court that Trump remains free to this day. Many Americans are demanding that Chutkan recuse herself from the case given her obvious bias and political motivation. Poll: do you stand with Donald Trump? Vote: as the case begins, Smith proposed a trial date of January 2, 2024, which is just ahead of the Republican primary elections. Some experts say Smith is intentionally causing election interference on Biden's behalf as Trump is the frontrunner for the Republican Party in 2024. Smith is proposing a date just 2 weeks ahead of the important Iowa caucus for the Republican presidential nomination. In response, lawyers for Trump proposed April 2026 as the date to start the trial in the case involving his alleged efforts to challenge the results of the 2020 election. This new date would be long after the 2024 election. Trump's lawyers rejected special counsel Jack Smith's proposed date of January 2, 2024, arguing that he seeks a trial calendar more rapid than most no-document misdemeanors, requesting just 4 months from the beginning of discovery to jury selection. The government's objective is clear: to deny President Trump and his counsel a fair ability to prepare for trial. The court should deny the government's request, the lawyers wrote. The public interest lies in justice and fair trial, not a rush to judgment. Chutkan has decided that the best date is the eve of Super Tuesday. It was widely suspected that Chutkan would side with Smith. This case is not just complex or unusual. It is terra incognita, the lawyers wrote. No president has ever been charged with a crime for conduct committed while in office. No major party presidential candidate has ever been charged while in the middle of a campaign, and certainly not by a Justice Department serving his opponent. These and numerous other issues will be questions of first impression, requiring significant time for the parties to consider in brief, and for the court to resolve. Smith's office have put together 11.5 million pages of discovery. To put 11.5 million pages in some perspective, we began downloading the government's initial production on August 13, 2023. 2 days later, it was still downloading, they wrote. Nonetheless, even assuming we could begin reviewing the documents today, we would need to proceed at a pace of 99,762 pages per day to finish the government's initial production by its proposed date for jury selection, they continued. That is the entirety of Tolstoy's War and Peace, cover to cover, 78 times a day, every day, from now until jury selection. The states voting on Super Tuesday include Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Maine, Massachusetts, Minnesota, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, and Virginia.